There's talk that the Glassgate flood.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you. It's all right.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Gift? Oh, my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear an ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us. Good. So Lady Karen
but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Wonderful.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Do you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall. I may have tossed a talent or two in there, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you...
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself. Might be I already have a buyer in. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure to...
I hear you ended up delivering... Thanks to this, I sometimes wonder why.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before...
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him. How long did you know Sid
Before he died. 20 summers. Back in the day. I was a purser on a trade. He bought passage to... Oh, forget where. We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me quit my post not long after that. Me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day set. That was... before fate, the magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his...
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family would wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they... Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything. No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that.
She...
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. But anyway, I was on my... Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work.
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Just like when we built it. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked...
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while...
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regard.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then. But it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot. Stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goots.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders past and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Faster.
All right. Thanks, Gal.
So what do you think?
Really?
Oh, aye.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who... Chances are they'll come for you either way. But...
Well, if I'm go...
You've clearly got a...
We're lucky. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in, reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods.
All right. Just don't expect me to...
No. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be in...
Seems we've found ourselves the...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a...
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country! She slew her husband!
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Very well.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. The siege to win.
much further to Buckland now.
Good.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Porter for hire. The best service.
What do you think, girl?
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion.
Bloody crimson caravan, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? A third this? What are you looking for?
May Gilbert smile upon you.
You're sure you don't need it? Thank you. Just what I was looking for. Thank you.
May Gilbert smile upon you.
Out of my sight, wretch. I know you for a brat.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
Oh, Good.
Clive,
Slow down, Good.
it's me traders. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flip.
Do you remember
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like...
So, to get the pass back, we need to...
I know where! I've got a pal and no one knows more about what goes on.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure now.
Right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen, the same someone who is encouraging the children, and the same someone who has Goots's pass. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with...
Is there any other way?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, well, the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that, like, we don't...
So either we find the people who took the pass...
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture maker by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Bloody crimson curve. Scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Out of my sight, wretch! I've no...
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Juicy pears! Snake your pack!
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh?
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets.
For one, that they're targeting the trade harder to watch your back, see? Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goot.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? Suppose, for one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say that street urchins, by the sound.
Orphans from the war.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's up.
I don't know. What's picking pocket?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Jug of snake spit for the...
Excuse me?
What do you want?
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making... We need to know who's behind it, so...
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the tents outside.
Thank you.
Come on, come all!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey was easy. He wouldn't have noticed if... Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the... Could use one of those things to get out of this.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our...
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back there.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if... I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around you.
Hunter.
You found him, then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them, anyway. If it weren't for their gil, me and
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil. I'd been looking into... But it seems they've already stooped even low. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor soul, Clive was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pick. Then we all want the same.
So?
What else? You get your traders passed back, and I...
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped?
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail.
We'll try it this time.
Back down the road towards Lake...
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my birds.
That's that, then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have told me doing.
I doubt this will bring us. At least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! Just the lot of
Soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad one.
Aye. Some of our...
Especially the little ones.
It'll be scum.
The leaders of the caste.
They don't deserve any mercy.
I wasn't planning on...
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! That guard from Botland! Kill him! Kill them all!
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Ah, Clive.
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones and their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and... Speaking of whom...
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass.
I will. Thank you.
Elle, I've asked our boys to carry the rest. Can I count on your help in sorting through it?
Of course. I'll make some space in the... I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without... Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moved, be that goods to market.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for...
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking, and who better to join forces, wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose is... So what would you say to working?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in,
I shall bear it with...
Well, all that remains is to wish Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide...
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Let me carry your goods.
Pardon me, but